Hey everyone. So recently, Mistman12 just released a new status update for the upcoming baldisbasicsplus version 0.8, and what he explained about the upcoming content is really cool and interesting, so why not make a video on it? However, I will be explaining spoilers in this video, so if you don't want to hear about the new content early, I'll put the link to Mistman's status update in the description if you want to read it yourself. It's totally up to you. So anyways, let's get into it. Mistman first explains about the new playstyle for the update. The playstyle will contain 3 simple options that will allow you to change how lies will work in each option. Each option will also contain its own difficulty, giving you an easy or a hard experience for hide and seek mode. The 3 options are normal, which is the normal mode you've all been playing ever since the game's launch. Next is arcade. This one will allow you to start with the normal 3 power tubes, but you will not start with the normal 3 tubes on the next floor if you die once or twice on the previous floor. And the last one is strict. You will only get 1 power tube throughout the whole game, where if you lose once, it's game over, kind of like endless mode. This is a really cool addition to the game because, if the game is a little easy for any of you, like me, this will adjust the perfect roguelike gameplay experience to your liking. Adding to this, if you play on normal, it will balance the sometimes unfair chaos of the game by giving you a chance to learn levels and adapt accordingly. Arcade will still offer some leeway, but makes losing much more punishing, and strict won't let you have any second chances, obviously. Moving on from this, the next addition to the game I believe is more interesting and is much bigger. There will be this new feature called Hurry Up, which will include time limits. This feature will make you not spend too much time in each level, due to school only being in session for so long. However, finding good places to hide will still be important, but you wouldn't want to hide there forever. With this feature, once the game begins, you'll be able to see how much time you have on a timer near the elevators, and even the time will be viewable on the map. As time runs out, the Baldi TV will occasionally notify you as well. Once the clock hits 0, school is out, and things will start changing fast. Now this is actually really cool. I've always wanted my time to be shown in each level directly, on my screen, or in the map. This kind of works in the same way as Mrs. Pomp with her class, but there's actually more. Adding to this, when the time hits 0, and as things start to change, Baldi will begin speeding up over time. The longer you stick around, the harder it will become to avoid getting caught. Like in endless mode, the principal of the thing will also try to send you to detention for being in school after hours.
No being in school after hours in the halls.
Even after getting sent to detention for this reason, you will remain guilty in his eyes, so be sure he doesn't see you again. So yeah, just like with Mrs. Pomp, make sure you get to the next floor before time runs out, or else chaos mode will turn on for you. Along with time limits, there's another feature in Hurry Up that will also include lights out. The characters won't be the only ones that change when school is out, the level changes as well. When the time is up, lights in the hallways will start dimming, and the principal of the thing will turn out the lights of rooms he exits. Things will get pretty dark fast, and you'll need to take advantage of this if you want to survive as Baldi gets faster and faster. This is like when you look at the test, he'll dim the lights, or like when Nolan the Bald Loon will dim the lights wherever they are at in Baldi's Basics Classic Remastered, but the lights will stay off permanently. But how can you take advantage of the lights going out? This update will add a new mechanic that allows you to hide in dark areas, kind of like when you use the dirty chalk eraser to hide from the characters. If you are standing on a tile that is as dark as possible, you'll become hidden and NPCs will not be able to see you. You'll need to find dark spots to survive and finish the level as Baldi begins reaching terrifying speeds. Since this will be a feature in the game, Mistman plans on adding more content that utilizes lighting. This is what he has for now, and he accommodate these changes to make super dark areas easier to see in. More effects might be added for when you run out of time, and trying to survive after time has run out will be super intense. So, it should be a lot of fun for those rounds that take a bit longer to beat than usual. This is the best addition to the game by far. I've seen somewhere that people were asking about a randomly generated event that involves the lights being turned out to be in the game. Trust me, I actually wanted that too, and that wasn't going to be a possibility, because the fog event works in the same way, but now, it looks like we're getting something closer to that. But happens when you need to get out of the school when it's dismissed. Aren't these new additions to the game interesting and look fun? Let me know what you think about them in the comments. But that's not all there was to the update. Mr. Man also explained the improved level generator, where dead ends are eliminated, which is good because I hate having to encounter so many dead ends while playing, especially on the third floor, and stuff about open areas and nav meshes, involving with collisions in the rooms. Even some new door structures in the game to spice up the level generation. With that said, it's now time for the last thing Mr. Man said, slowing down, where he explains the future updates coming to the game beyond version 0.8. He first said that he'll be delaying 0.8 by a month, and gave us the expected release date, sometime in early December, and he explained here why he's delaying this update. Because of technical aspects of the level generator. The next thing he said after that, I was completely surprised from this and never expected this, but it's really exciting. He said that baldisbasicsplus will use semantic versioning. After 0.9 is released, there will be a 0.10 and even a 0.11, like what he said here. I literally thought that 0.9 was going to be the last early access update for the game. Then Mr. Man would release version 1.0, and then be done with the game. I'm glad that more content will be added beyond 0.9, and still enjoy the new content after it comes out. He last talks about the upcoming podcast that he's working on. However, I don't know what platform it'll be released on, YouTube, his Twitter, or his Patreon. I really want to listen to it. If anyone knows where it'll be released on, please let me know in the comments. And last is the conclusion, saying the hope that the delay doesn't come out as too big of a disappointment. So, that's everything in this status update for baldisbasicsplus version 0.8. I can't wait for these additions. I'm really glad that I finally get to challenge myself and hide and seek, without having to play any of the challenges. The full game is finally having some content being added too, like in Baldi's Basics Classic, with the school escape feature, but instead of the lights turning red, they'll turn off completely and permanently. Hope all of you will enjoy this new update, like I will. It's going to be a blast!